Well, speaking of taking like opportunities and stuff, you did Locked In a while ago.
Yeah, I did.
How was that? Because I've always thought that's like such a. It seems like such an obvious idea. Now it's done. If you know what I mean.
Yeah. How long ago did you go on this? It's like 2 years, right?
Yeah,
it wasn't the last
2
season.
years.
It's the season before, right?
Yeah. So season 3 was the one that just came out, and I was on season 2. No, it was really good fun. Like, I think some of the people that I met in there are now like friends for life. Like, especially Joke Man. Like, Joke Man's one of my best mates now. Like, we hang out. Not. Oh my god, that was an interesting roast battle. But yeah, no, it was a weird experience. The whole not knowing what's going on in the outside world was weird. Like, I think you constantly have fears that like your nan will have died and like, you know, you'll come back and that, you know.
Oh, true, actually,
Because you don't get world news.
Right.
I'm sure it was a World War III is on the horizon type thing.
Yeah, it was.
We were going in there as well.
Yeah.
And it was like, what if you come out and just, you know, there's not been no contact, just like everything's been nuked.
Yeah.
So how long? It was 1 week, 2 weeks?
2 weeks,
2 weeks.
14 days of like...
literally nothing.
Literally no contact with the outside world. Everyone's sleeping in the same room. It's pretty intense.
I kind of panic a little bit when I put my phone on Do Not Disturb for like 5-6 hours. Like what I'm going to get back to.
Yeah.
I wake up in the morning like, fuck, what's happening?
It was really nice. I'm really disappointed I couldn't keep it up because like when I came out, I was like, after a few days when you lose that feeling of anxiety, you just kind of forget about it. And for ages when we came out, we were like just not really checking our phones.
Nice.
But you just fall back into the habit so easily. But no, it was. I mean, some of the worst things was like we were all so ill by the end. Like there was dust everywhere. That we were all in the exact same room, and like so, I think one person might have brought one illness in, and it just meant we all had it.
Yeah.
It turns out like we didn't get clocks either, so we had no idea what time it was. So we didn't know when we were going to bed or when we were waking up. And at the end, they told us, you guys are going to bed at like 5-6 a.m. and waking up at like 8 a.m. Like we were running on so little sleep. You just thought that jarring feeling was just the bright lights.
Wait, so you didn't even know how long you were sleeping? So
we had no idea.
Well, you have no concept.
Yeah,
of
but
time.
We have no concept of time.
I get that, but like, I don't know.
All you would know is I'm a bit tired.
Yeah.
But you
just think you're tired because it's just like, it's a...
Yeah, I feel like they should at least let you know like how long you've all slept for. That'd be nice.
Yeah, but I think that's part like it's another one where they kind of like people don't want to see a bunch of people hanging out that are well slept, that are having a good time.
Okay, true.
Like they want there to be drama and divisiveness. It's like a mini Love Island. Like, you know, in Love Island, like they'll put two people who hate each other and be like, you need to have a conversation about what just happened.
Yeah.
You know, because it's entertaining.
The more agitated you get.
Yeah.
So true.
If I have a little sleep and you say something that normally I'd be okay with, I'm going at you.
Yeah. Well, I still love that, and everyone wears like sunglasses as soon as they wake up.
Yeah, because the light's so bright. Yeah, exactly.
Did you get told who else was going to be in there before you went in?
Yeah, the whole like lineup and stuff was leaked, and I didn't know anyone, which was kind of nice, I guess, because it was just meant like, you know, starting from a clean slate with everyone. But
true.
Yeah, I felt like if you go in knowing one person, you're just going to spend the whole time with that person.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, you might become better friends, but you're not making...
And like I was so different to everyone else. Like all the guys were much more like, you know, Road Many type guys. Yeah. And I was just so clearly stuck out. But it was fine because they were all just such nice people. Like they sort of took me under their wing. I mean, I don't know if I got roasted so much for it since, but the Joke Man on episode 3 put me in a do-rag.
Yeah. I was literally about to say, you wear a do-rag.
And it just became a bit of a thing. And like the number of times they'd like, I don't know whether I've never actually watched the whole thing back, so I don't know whether they made it look like I kept asking. Yeah. Or like, but they were going like, all right, do-rag time, Joke Man, like come put one on Arthur. So no, look for fuck's sake. See, and he's like the coolest guy as well, Joke Man, like literally like the sweetest boy. And so he just spent the whole time trying to get me in on like Jamaican culture. Yeah. Like he, you know, it's all he's ever known, and he just wants to share it with the world. So
you watched this is season 2. Chip was the season 3 one. Yeah. Right? Which one did you watch? Like all of it? I know you watched a lot of the.
I feel like I watched all of them.
But did you watch season 2 as well?
Yeah.
Huh. Well, I know. When you were first in this, we were like, "Oh, we should get on a podcast." So that's how bad we are asking people.
Really? It was that long
now
ago?
Is when you're on here. Yeah.
Who else was on this series? I just watched E-Man.
Anastasia Kingsnorth? No, E-Man's season 1.
So I watched season 1.
Who else was season 1?
LDN was on this.
Yeah.
Yeah, I watched this. And then who was on season 3?
Chip, Max Kadar.
I didn't watch that.
Okay, yeah.
Didn't watch that series, but I saw hundreds of TikToks.
Clips, yeah.
I saw like every.
Oh yeah, the whole thing was. So when we were going in, it was just about the start of the TikTok boom,
Right.
like 2021 era, and so like a lot of stuff was getting put there. But like the whole show is essentially put on from season 3. I mean, that happens now with like everything, doesn't it? Like the number of times I see like this podcast, Side Plus stuff like come up, like Simon videos, like, and it's a lawless land on TikTok, isn't it? Like copyright just isn't a thing.
Half
like,
the clips are not even us. I see probably like more other clips of us.
That's what he said. That's what he said.
Oh yeah, sorry, yeah.
Yeah, that's what I mean. As in like it's other people just like. I mean, we were talking about like people upload full movies to the thing, and like there's just no repercussions on YouTube. Like you'll get the content system like auto checking it and taking it down and hiding it or whatever. Yeah. But on TikTok, like no one is in charge. Like anything can go up.
I think TikTok pushed that as well because they know that like there'll be a point at some point where they have to stop doing that. But like for now, it's like the Wild West, so they can grow their user base and then at some point kick it off. You know. I mean, even on YouTube, you used to be able to do things on YouTube, you know, that you can't do anymore. Oh, GK Barrett, yeah, of course.
Yeah, I didn't watch the series, Elizabeth. But
Nightscape, oh yeah.
I didn't watch it, but yeah, as I said, TikTok.
Yeah.
It is a funny one though, because obviously like, people do make their mind up. It's a bit like the Love Island stuff. Like, I don't know if you ever hear the Love Island people come out and like, there'll be people who everyone's like, why does no one like this person in the villa? Like everyone seems so mean to them, and like everyone at home's like, oh, they're all so mean to them, and no one wants to be friends with them, but they're so sweet. And then you always find out like 3 months down the line that like secretly they said something was so horrendous that it had to be cut off the show. True. And it's like, but people make their minds up based on what they see, and I don't think it's always necessarily like what's actually going on, if that makes sense.
How did like cleaning and food work?
We had to clean ourselves, I think. How did that work?
Because you know, like Love Island,
any like, proper cleaner at some point?
They go out of the villa on like a Sunday.
Oh wow!
And they go out the villa. They get cleaned.
We didn't get any sort of like time out the villa. No. We definitely were doing all the like dishwashers and dishes and stuff.
And then you'd cook your own food. We'd cook
breakfast and food in between, but they had a chef that was doing sort of like bulk meals, like almost like kids' school meals. But that was one of the other things. Like it was awful. Like some days we'd rock up and we'd get this like polystyrene box of like watery lentil dal curry, just the liquid, nothing else. No rice, no potatoes, and we were just awful. And Joke Man every day would just be like, he was like, get me Caribbean food, please. Just like, I'll pay you whatever it takes. Just go get me some chicken rice, and I would be so much happier. And we were like, and then certain people were like, I can't eat this. Like, bring me something special. And we were like, I would rather have that like vegan burger. And then by the end, the chef was just like, tell me what you want and I'll make it. And we would like literally just give us chicken and rice and burgers for the rest of the thing.
Yeah.
It was
it's a good concept. So because it's basically Big Brother in it. So but with like a YouTube twist. So things like I'm a Celebrity. Yeah. Like I'm surprised no one's done that yet for YouTubers. Do it for a week.
Yeah, that's true. I mean the budget is crazy. Like I doubt they make it back on the views, like renting a big house, like all the equipment, all the people monitoring, like they have like a shed of like editors because obviously like because it's 24 round the clock, like they need people to just like pull the files and just be editing, and it's like a, you know, the Social Network when like Facebook's starting up and it's just a bunch of guys just at their computers. It literally looks like a scene from that. So I think if a YouTuber wanted to do it, probably wouldn't be even profitable.
You have to get
there's like a brand.
You have to get every top YouTuber involved.
Mr. Beast, Mr. Beast could do something like that.
And you have to get like, you know, Logan Paul-esque people in there, big sponsors. But then also they'll just do it on like, nah, not for you. I'll do it myself.
And like how many big YouTubers want to put themselves through that? Like I at the time I was like kind of like a bit of an unknown. People didn't really know who I was as a person. Yeah. I was like, this is like, it's going to suck and I'm not going to be able to make content for 2 weeks. But on the upside, like people kind of get to know me a bit better and stuff like that. Whereas for you, you'll be like, everyone knows who I am. You don't have to agree to this, but you'll be like, I don't know if it's worth suffering for 2 weeks to go on the show. Like maybe Mr. Beast could chuck in a bunch of extra money, but like
I guess Mr. Beast is like the platform that realistically, as much as anyone can know anyone, if you're on Mr. Beast channel, more people are knowing about you.
Yeah, that's so true.
They asked me to go on the lockdown.
Yeah,
and I was like,
you're gonna be like, Mr. Beast asked you to be on the ferry.
Mr. Beast, no, I was like, it was just as Pokemon was like blowing up. So it was for me, I was like, I can't stop making content for 2 weeks because I was like every day at that point. The kid was like, oh, how much? And I was like, I don't really care. But if you wanted to do it, how much? I was like, I didn't say anything. I should have said a number just to find out. Yeah. At least. and then said no, but to this day,
find out your worth.
Yeah. Now I'm like, guys, can I come back? Please, man.
Well, they're definitely doing another season, so you can always float it by them.
Yeah. We'll see. But no, would you do anything like that? I know, obviously, like.
Yeah, would you do any of them? Like, even
you do like the shows. Right?
I know, and I'd actually love to. It is just 2 weeks.
Yeah.
I don't go on holiday for 2 weeks.
Yeah, you don't. It's
a long time.
That's what when I kind of like was doing my videos, I was always shocked how you guys don't go anywhere for more than a week.
Yeah.
I would go on holidays 2 weeks all the time.
Yeah.
But now I know, because you get back and you're like, you forgot how to make YouTube videos. Everything's gone, you know, like the momentum's gone. I'm like, my mum was saying, by the way, after your wedding, she was like, Sam's posted a video every single day during and I was like, yeah. She was like, how early did you have to film to get all those ahead? I was like 4 weeks. I was like, on it, you know. She was like, he's really good, you know. I was like, all right, mum, fucking hell. Just tell me I'm a failure, man.
My dad does that with Chris.
Really?
My dad's a big like football fan.
Yeah.
100% never watches my videos about like reality TV relationships, but will be like, God, have you seen the new Chris and D video? Has never once complimented me on one of mine.
That's jokes, man.
And the one time like we did that like famous, like recreating famous goals.
Yeah.
And like I scored the Ronaldo free kick from miles out, so I sent it to him and I was like, Dad, look at this. And he was like, his only response was, didn't get a lot of power on it though, did you? And I was like, so Dad, tell me you're proud of me once, please. That's all I need.
Please.